Mics are hot. Mics are back. And you know who else is back?
Tell me.
Phil Coors is back,
Hey!
baby.
Oh, I didn't know you meant me. That's amazing.
But dude, you were just in Atlantic City. How was that?
Atlantic City was dope, man. I work with AC Jokes. They run Caesars, they run Bally's, and they run Tropicana. And it's so dope having a whole weekend at casinos.
Gambling at all? A little gambling action?
No gambling, dude.
No?
Just the comedy.
How do you not tend to gamble if you're in the casino?
I mean, I've never been a gambler, and
just no drinks are flowing, or
no. I mean, I didn't even drink this weekend, honestly, because I was back and forth. I was on set.
Do you not get nervous in stand up in front of all those people without a drink or two?
No, I don't even drink, man.
That's crazy.
I'm 100% sober on stage.
What about other comedians?
I'm sure. I mean, everyone has their method of being
Yeah.
on stage, but I know a lot of people who drink, a lot of people who smoke. But
Have
I'm
that
gonna
little
be
like calming of nerves right before they get on.
right. Yeah, I have my own ways. I like to just get in that meditative state, and I know I like to picture what I want out of the show, and just I have the confidence of if whatever I think is funny, and then I'm going with it. So
Yeah.
like the whole goal is to have your audience laugh with you, and you don't want to have that, like, you don't want to be like laugh at me, like laugh with me, and that's the whole point of the art right there, is just to make it look like, hey, listen, like everyone's on the same page here, we're just having fun.
You're just having a good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the main goal.
Yeah. So you said you lived in the city for a while. In your city for a while.
About a year.
What do you
and a
miss
half.
about it?
Oh man, I just miss the craziness of it. I mean, any time of the day that you had something to do, whether it's 4 a.m, 2 a.m, it doesn't matter. Like, there's always something going on, and I love just everything, just the lights, the people. It's just like this place just brings me so much magic. But it was just one of those things where I just love waking up. I could see the skyscrapers. I just felt like I was like in the heart of everything that was going on.
Have you had any weird encounters on the subway? Or
every day,
Yeah.
every time that I'm here, it's a weird encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had somebody ask, like, dude, he made eye contact with me, and he was like, "Yo, man, you have any money?" And I was like, "Damn it!" And he just seemed like he needed it, so I gave him some.
Did
money.
he give like some speech about?
No, it wasn't even that big of a speech. It was
Okay.
like it was actually kind of dope. The way it happened, we had a casual conversation, and I knew he was at a matter of time he was going to ask me for something. But I looked at his bracelet, and his bracelet says "stand up," and so I
there
was
we
like,
go.
I just kept talking to him.
Subliminally, you were just like, yeah.
I was like, so I gave him the 20. I was like, I'll give you this money, but dude, you have to look me up. And
Did he have a phone? Do you think, or anything, or?
I mean, I'm sure he does.
He whips out an iPhone.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, what's your Instagram?
Yeah, right.
Go,
His bank
$20.
account actually shows up, and he's like $30,000. I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense.
You know what's pretty wild? I didn't know you were going to Arizona.
You did not know that.
No, and I also didn't know you were going to be living with the producer
The
of
executive producer of Big Pine
which is
Comedy
fucking
Festival.
sick.
Dude, I'm so hyped. I love
How's
that in
that
Arizona.
family dynamic? If you want to.
Okay, yes. She has 2 boys. They're gonna be 6 and 8 when I get back there in a couple days, and they're
When are you
cool.
going back?
August 8th.
Okay.
So it's real quick. But they're so cool. They're like my little bros, and they wake me up every day. They come in my room. They jump on me at 7 a.m. And you would think I'd be mad, but they're just like they're fun. They're like, "Oh, Mr. Phil, wake up!"
Mr. Phil.
That's what they call me. I'm like, dude.
Can you like imitate their little voices?
The what?
Can you imitate their like mock good morning?
Wake up! I don't know. They're like
they're
typical,
little.
yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay. I was
6
like,
and 8, and they're just really cool. But they literally pick out my Vans for the day, my tank tops. Like I have to match them in some kind of way. Even though I just walked them to the bus stop, they literally like, "Yo, you have to match us." And I'm like, whatever. And so I take them to school, and then I'll chill with Hillary. We'll work on the festival stuff. We'll send emails. We'll contact bookers, and then I pretty much go to the gym. And then the kids get out of school. I chill with the kids for a little bit, and then in the nighttime usually it's some kind of stand-up show, some kind of event, a podcast, whatever we're doing. And it's great, super creative environment. Everyone's like pushing for each other. Everyone's like really like wanting the best for the festival, wanting the best for everyone's career. And we're always constantly thinking of videos and like funny.
Dude, I'm thinking of that shit 24/7. I'm in a funny moment. I'm like, I wish I had that on video.
Every day.
This moment right here.
Even setting this podcast up, man, we should have had that on video. That was hilarious. But yeah, man, it's all the time. It's constantly thinking of like, oh man, I want to get this on video, or like, I feel like I talk to my friends a lot. And
Well, you just have those friends that are just fucking hilarious. Like one of my best friends from home, his name's Connor. Probably the funniest dude I've ever met. Anything he says, just like in a daily
hilarious.
Moment. Yeah,
and
I was like, dude, I know you want to like maybe work for like a corporate job later, but you should be getting paid as fuck to Twitch.
Right. Yeah. And those are the moments too where you don't even plan of it, but it just happens and you're like, gosh, why wasn't this a sitcom or something?
Because I was laughing with him because we were talking about just like he goes on like big eating binges.
Okay.
And I was
too.
But I was just saying, but like he's so funny, so I was saying, you know, Twitch, he should get on Twitch and live stream him eating food. And I think it would be so funny to like have him describe the flavors he was eating, this something about the spices, maybe just, you know what I mean? Like that stuff just is common shit, just gold.
They love it. Yeah. Especially because there's so many ways to go with comedy if he's describing food too.
Or just like a lot of people game obviously and like stream themselves on YouTube gaming, which is
oh yeah,
people
that's
eat the
huge.
shit out of that.
They do. They love that. That's amazing. People can watch that for hours.
I know.
It's just other people play video games. It's like damn. And all these, you think about, remember when Vine was a craze?
Dude, Vine was around for 3 major years or not even?
I don't even know. Yeah, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But like
it
all the
started everybody's career.
Everyone loved it.
Were you on Vine?
I was never on Vine. I loved watching the Vine.
I feel like you would have some crazy Vine streams.
Yeah, and now we have Snapchat. I feel like Snapchat's nothing compared to Vine was, and now it's like Vine's not even really a thing anymore.
Instagram kind of took over the whole.
Yeah, it did. Instagram definitely did, but I love the concept of it. I thought that there was some awesome Vines out there. It's just amazing that didn't really take off as much as I thought it was going to. Because of how many careers it actually started, how many people are like just living off their Vine videos, you know?
No, they were, because it's also cool because you could repost something, and then someone would repost it from your page, and all of a sudden you go from 1 view to 1 million overnight.
Right,
yeah. So that outreach is actually crazy.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Is the
and it's little, because also people don't really want to repost on Instagram, but versus Vine, it's easy. Like maybe people's like walls or whatever you call it are just like flooded with a bunch of random shit, but Instagram people are more kind of conservative of what they're posting.
And it's kind of annoying to use the repost apps and stuff like that because you have to repost from another app and you know it like I use those repost app too, but if it's like right on the page, I feel like that's the best way to get people to share your stuff or repost it.
Yeah, totally.
Dude, yeah. So you're finishing up your last week here in New York. Do you have a favorite memory you want to share about your experience in New York?
I think the dynamic with my roommate is probably the coolest thing about the summer. He's 25, or he's turning 25 this weekend, but probably wouldn't have been friends with him if it weren't kind of for the setup. But it's just like awesome to see, even with the age difference, we would have able to have like great memories and kind of just like been like bros since.
Are you guys gonna have a party for his birthday? 25 is
I think we're going to the meatpacking district, and he's gonna have a little birthday dinner. But I'm trying to get him on the podcast.
He hasn't done the podcast yet. So
not yet.
He lives with you.
Not yet.
Wow. Dude, you need to get on your roommate.
I know.
It's like, what kind of roommate are you? So walk by this setup every day and not do your podcast.
You know what he taught me? Like the biggest takeaway from the summer was, I've been using GIFs a lot in texting. I think it's such a fun way to communicate now.
I've actually never used a GIF.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, there's this one GIF. I can't fucking show my phone now. I'm actually put it in the corner of the screen while we're talking.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So describe this GIF. Let me picture it. Let's see if it matches the description.
Yeah, but you know that one I showed you with the frog?
Yeah.
He's kind of thinking like... he's kind of thinking like... I think that's just
I don't know how to describe it other than that.
Dude, I should just hold up pictures for you and I'll just like make the noise that fits the scenario.
Oh, that'd be great, man. It's like a psychiatrist session. Like, what do you see in this ink blot? But what do you see in this GIF?
Yeah.
That would be great, man. I think that we should definitely try that. We got a lot of cool ideas.
Wait, you have to tell the audience about that Thor joke from last night.
Oh yeah. So if you can see right now, I'm rocking this blonde ass hair, which was because of these kids. At the time in the summertime, they were 5 and 7, turning 6 and 8, and they literally looked me in the face, and they were like, "If you don't dye your hair with us this summer, we're gonna call you a chicken until we're both in 5th grade." And then the mom was like, bark, bark, bark.
The mom was getting in on
I
it
was
too?
like, yeah, man, come on now. And I was just like, all right, if you're gonna be
They
like
definitely
that,
planned that out.
first of all, 5th grade is a long time.
Yeah.
I can't handle that kind of pressure. And second of all, I was like, man, whatever, man, get that bleach out. And they dyed their hair like purple and blue.
Really? That's
they went
awesome.
another step. I just went I went the NSYNC route.
Did they cut it off already or no?
No, they still have it, dude.
No
we
way.
all have matching blonde
Is there
hair.
a picture that I could put up here?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, I'm gonna show it.
Yeah, you have to because we started off the summer all looking the same. We all have the same haircut, and then the red, the whatever color they got. I mean, there's fades in the summertime, but the bleach definitely stays.
Mhm.
And this is my first time I've ever dyed my hair. I've got a lot of mixed reviews. I got a lot of people who hate it immediately. Got a lot of people who make fun of it. And then a lot of people who a lot of people grow it. Like it's now the end of the summer, and people are like, you know what, I kind of like it. And I'm like, well, screw you because you made fun of me for the 3 months. But it's also in a comedic sense because I've been able to make fun of my hair a lot on stage.
Do you find more success in making fun of yourself on stage? Is that a popular thing to do?
Yeah, I think
8 Mile
the self-deprecation is a huge style. I mean, like, and that kind of makes me more relatable because everyone has imperfections. Everyone has things that they don't like about themselves.
So true. Once you're comfortable speaking about
Yeah,
it, people are like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Thank God
about
someone's
my
actually
blonde
speaking
hair.
up. Yeah.
No, yeah. So it's just like you can relate to a lot more people that way, just because everyone is trying their best. Everyone wants to do their best. And if I can be up on stage instead of being like some kind of like perfect human, it's like, you know what? Like everyone has their imperfections and everyone has those things. And it's all about owning that. And if you can own it, then so many people can relate to you, and so many people can feel less insecure about their insecurities because we all have them. So it's like, why feel any kind of insecurity?
What if people were comfortable with running around and just like talking about just our insecurity?
Then we would have no wars.
Yeah.
That would be the answer to peace. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, I think.
What do you think is the most uncomfortable time for that? Like middle school, puberty age?
Oh yeah, puberty's the worst, dude. My junior year of high school, I had braces and acne at the same time.
Wait.
At the same time, that was awful. To even talk to girls, I was like, I might as well learn magic because I'm a nerd now.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like one of those things, man. I mean, that was a rough time.
Yeah.
And I went through. I feel like when you're growing, like, because I went through a phase where I lost a whole bunch of weight.
Same with me, dude. And then you chunk up for 8 months, then all of a sudden you become.
Yeah, but then like weirdly unathletic, like your arms are super lanky, and like my torso didn't match my arm would reach, and I was like, that was a weird phase. Like 8th to 9th grade was weird. I feel like that is just like everyone's trying to figure themselves out. No one knows who they are.
No.
Everyone, like it's just
dude,
like
it takes
such a weird time.
Yeah, I know. Do you think you transition out that smoothly, or do you think something drastic has to happen for you to just been like, fuck it, I just don't care anymore?
Not
in a
I
positive
can go either
sense.
way. Yeah. I mean, I think it can go either way. I mean, I started going to the gym, and that was a big part of me gaining my confidence and stuff like that. So like that's how I started looking at myself a little different. Was I had more confidence? I was working out. I was getting my body in shape. So then like the mentality of having self-worth like kind of followed that because I was like, you know what, I'm looking good, I'm feeling good.
Were you getting into nutrition too? Yeah.
Getting into nutrition, so I was feeling good, I was looking good. And
you check yourself out real quick. Yeah, I'm looking good.
Right now, something's going on with this video. So
that's the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
I've never
seen
something
that
like
happen. I was looking at this video and my cell phone just went to this blurry, like kind of 1980s. What I don't know. That was a weird moment, but anyway. So
that's something you would be in your house alone and scare the shit out of you late night.
What is that?
Yeah, I've never seen
that. The crotch gonna come out of this thing? Who is that girl?
What's that thing?
Is my phone gonna ring now? What's happening?
Dude, I think that's like your best part of your humor. Just little shit like that, just describing little things in funny voices.
Okay.
That's just my. That's totally. That is just totally my.
Dude, I feel like dude, that's my wheelhouse. I feel like I've always done that. I dated one girl and she's like, "Why do you do that? It's so weird." And she kind of deterred me from that. But talking to you, I'm gonna go back.
I think that's the funniest shit ever.
Oh my gosh.
You ever thought about doing TV show, like acting for a TV show, but like a
For some
cartoon
reason,
or something.
oh my god, yes, absolutely yes. And for some reason, I thought you were gonna say meth or something, but you
Oh,
went
what?
TV show, and I was getting ready to, but I don't know why my mind went there. But anyway,
Yeah, wait, I was like, you ever thought about doing meth?
I was like, wow, that's a turn. No, dude, I think a cartoon would be great. I got a chance to do an audition for Google. It was a Google commercial, and I had to do a voiceover. And I went into the sound studio. I felt like Robin Williams doing this character,
Yeah.
and I was like so into it. Never got the role, but I was like, dude, I
Get
love
into character a little bit.
into that, dude.
Yeah.
That was a couple years ago,
Oh, you know?
and I had a script and everything like that, and I just had to be like super eccentric.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, I want to work on a cartoon. Even I think it would be really cool to have some kind of voiceover. All these, you know,
Like
all
Big
these,
Mouth. You know,
Big Mouth is such
one
a
of my
great
favorite
show.
shows.
Oh my
'Cause
god,
it,
so
it
funny.
really gives the perfect description of puberty.
Yeah,
or what
did
it
you
was
see
like.
Bo Burnham's 8th grade?
No.
Someone who was hired as an actor to play what it's like to be an 8th grader, and it's literally like all the emotions you go through, your puberty, everything that you go through as an 8th grader. Bo Burnham portrays that in this movie,
Yeah.
and I think it's won awards. I'm
Sweet.
pretty sure it has. But Bo
Have you
Burnham's
seen Man
funny.
on the Moon?
I have not.
Okay.
Is that the Michael Jackson?
No.
There's something that he sings something like that.
I completely.
Man in the Mirror or
I
something.
completely forgot his name, but he was Andy something. Kaufman.
Kaufman? Yeah. Okay.
It's a movie about him and Jim Carrey plays.
Yes, where Jim
That
Carrey
is my
like
favorite
yeah,
movie, dude.
so good. And
So
when
funny.
he embraced the role,
Yeah.
and like he was being an asshole to everyone
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
set and stuff like that. Yeah, that's really
There
cool.
is an actual documentary about him playing the role. I would think it was actually like him.
Him,
That was
yeah.
Andy.
He never got out of the character.
No.
See, what I want to learn as an actor is that to portray someone's character, to show empathy for someone else or whoever's in the scene, but I don't have to feel it. You know what I mean? Like to really get into that character. That's the beauty of it, because I know a lot of actors, you know, they take themselves to a painful situation. They take themselves, you know, this moment in their lives where they're,
Yeah,
you know, like, and they're like, they're
dying
so
inside.
sad and they get
Yeah.
so upset about it. So like, I'm trying to learn the techniques of like, you know, trying to feel
How
that
do you make
person.
yourself cry on the spot?
I mean, there's many ways to do it. Some people like shampoo their eyes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not
What
everyone.
do you
but
think like the professionals do?
I mean, I think it's just I think that you
Like
have to
Brad
harness some
Pitt when he has
kinda-
to cry on stage. Do you
I
think
mean, maybe
he's
it's
putting
just
in
pussy,
drops
but,
or?
no, yeah, I mean drops. I'm sure that they like if people really get themselves into a state of mind where they just, you know, feel upset, they can cry. I don't know. I mean, for me, like I feel like I try to be so joyful all the time. It's like kind of tough for me to play sad unless
Yeah.
I had some extra aids, like you know,
Yeah.
shampoo or like my eyes are on fire.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm really crying. Onions, I need some onions. No one. So I mean, that would be. I mean, that's a cool. I mean, to cry on the spot. There, I know that actors that can do it, and it's just like a technique.
Or some people are really able to laugh on the spot. Because
Right,
obviously
yeah.
some scenes are probably not even remotely funny for them.
Yeah, and then
So,
they
but
just have that genuine laugh that
Yeah.
they just produce. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's part of something. I guess learning your abilities.
That is just awesome stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You know who Andy Milonakis is?
I do.
Oh,
Andy
hell yeah.
Milonakis, man, he was
I used to binge watch his
the
shows with my
man
friends.
back in the day. I
Yeah.
love this show. What
I
have
would-
you heard of him? Has he done anything since?
I think he's still screwing around with MTV or just like random
Is
YouTube stuff.
MTV still a thing?
I don't even know.
It's actually I was a 5th round audition pick for The Real World this past March. I went through all these auditions, man. I was like getting so close to getting this role, and they kept sending me more things to do. I had to answer an 80 questionnaire that was all like a paragraph apiece. I had to send
Jeez.
pictures, I had to send videos, and then this MTV producer was like, "Hey, man, we saw your stuff, man. We want to move forward with you to the next round." And I'm like, okay. So it was one of those things where I was like, damn, I'm so close to getting this role. I shouldn't say anything to anyone until it actually happens.
Yeah.
But then they kept
I
calling
always
me
have
back.
a tendency to do that.
Right. And I was like, damn, I should stick with my morals. Don't say anything. But then when I got that 5th round, I was like, I'm going to be on this show. And I started spreading the word. And then I didn't get the role.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, why aren't you on the show? I'm like, geez,
I actually
man.
do have a tendency to do that sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the worst. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's a habit to get out of.
I
If you
know.
can- like, cause no one. I mean,
But
really,
why do you think for
feel the
myself
need?
to tell other people?
I don't know,
Say
maybe
like
it's-
bragging rights, maybe.
No, I mean,
Or to make yourself feel more appreciated.
appreciate it, or
Yeah.
it's just a cool opportunity. You just like you feel like you have to
Yeah.
share it because you're like, well, what if it happens? Then like,
Like obviously
then
when I
you-
had Jake on, like I knew all my friends would fucking love that. So
Right,
they
exactly.
They're yeah, I posted on Facebook and a lot of my friends are hitting me up like, oh, how do you know Jake, and like all this stuff.
Yeah, I think for me, when I started telling people, I was just, I felt like I was so close to that opportunity, and I was so close to getting on the show that I was like, I literally have to find all these contacts because I feel like I'm going to be called out to MTV within the week, and I gotta get all these people to be on board to watch the show. So I was like, literally spreading the word in that kind of sense. But I still try to not tell as many people, but it was still like, I had so much momentum that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna ride this. Fuck it, I'm gonna text everyone I know and just be like, hey, you should maybe check out this episode that's gonna come out. And then, of course, it didn't. But there's always another season. So MTV, if you're listening to this podcast right now, Real World, I would be perfect for it.
To go back to what you're saying, what are some great memories from the summer in New York?
Yes.
I'd say the biggest thing is just meeting all these new people, like especially yourself.
Oh, well, thank you. Same here, man. That was so cool. You reached out to LinkedIn
were you like kind of weirded out
so
by it?
I wasn't weirded out. I thought it was a very cool opportunity, but also
what was my pitch to you, by the way? I completely forgot.
You were like, hey, I am doing a podcast about millennials, and you would be a perfect fit. Do you want to do my podcast? I was like, yeah, man, sure. And then like instant bros.
Yeah.
And
wait, so I think I emailed you.
Yeah, you did.
Found you through LinkedIn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay. So, because I had no idea how you found me.
Yeah.
And it was later revealed that you.
We talked for 20 minutes on the phone, and then you were like,
we planned that.
So, how do you find me? And I was just like, LinkedIn.
I had to drop. I had to ask. I was like, how do you know? I didn't know if you saw a show or like what it was, but I mean that's cool.
Yeah.
Because I never had utilized LinkedIn like that. No one had ever reached out to me.
Oh, dude, it's huge because you had your open to new opportunities on.
Yeah.
And then I saw Netflix actor, then I saw Comedy Central, and then whatever the third thing was on there, and I was like, "Fuck, this guy's perfect."
Yeah. And now we're gonna be friends for life.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool how that works out, and I miss that too about New York is like you're kind of forced to meet new people.
Yeah.
Even though
people are so grumpy on the streets.
Right. Yeah. But even this opportunity with the podcast, I mean, you have an advantage with the podcast because
now I can leverage.
Yeah, you can talk to people and who you want. But even if you didn't, like just being on the streets and just, I feel like you can meet so many people.
I was in CVS the other day and I was just like getting along with this guy. His name was Chris. I was just like, dude, where's the Dove body wash at? And he's like, aisle 5. I was like, hey, thanks, Chris. And he like appreciated that I said his name. It's like, fuck, like I could have Chris from CVS on my podcast.
Right,
He would be fire.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, probably be the best.
Quick, like 15, like
people
20,
like,
20 minute quick Chris from CVS. So
yeah, so that would be.
You know about the Alex from Target era? He was on like Ellen. There was someone filmed a video of this guy, this cashier. His name was Alex, and I think it was like from Target.
Okay.
So then he became famous overnight because of that, which is like really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's funny how.
What about the Vans thing? Like Daniel.
I don't even know.
Dude, what?
No, I have no idea.
I wish I could pull it up right now and show you.
Yeah, we're going to have another clip.
Yeah.
We're going to show the clip.
Yeah.
Dude, it's amazing how fast a video can go viral. It's funny.
Right now, it's crazy.
Dude, yeah.
What does it take, you think?
I mean, it just takes...
You think it could happen and... It could okay, so the right person leveraged it.
Yeah, of course. And then, like, even paying for ads and, putting out money or whatever that you think, if your post is worth enough, I mean, put yourself into it. You're investing in yourself. So if you put money into the ads, the ads definitely help. So, but there's other ways of telling your friends to share your posts and, get that traction out there is the best way to do it.
Are you ever also running into celebrities in the city? Have you seen anyone famous on the streets?
Yeah. Well, Jerry Seinfeld, he's always, he's a drop in at comedy clubs a lot. I met Dean Winters in so that audition this is so crazy. So the Google audition that I was doing a voiceover for, I felt so great after the audition, but I walked into the elevator. We're on the 14th floor of the Google building, and I'm in this elevator, and this guy walks in, and I'm like, dude, this guy looks so familiar. And it turns out that it's the Mayhem guy, the guy who does the commercials for Progressive. It's like, I need to protect you from Mayhem. Like, so he always is pretending to be a cheerleader or like some kind of that guy. And I'm like looking at him, I'm like, dude, that's the guy.
Did he say what's up?
No, so he started talking to me. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, did you do an audition? I was like, I did. I explained the audition. We had a bro moment. Yeah. People were coming in and out of the elevator, and we stayed on the elevator having our conversation. we were exited out to the streets, and I was like, wait a minute, dude, I have to ask, man, are you the Mayhem guy? And he was like, yeah, man. He reached out his hand, and he was like, Dean Winters, nice to meet you. And I was like, Phil Kors, nice to meet you. You want to come to my show tonight? And he was like, no, but thanks. And I was like, dude, it felt like I was his coworker.
Dude, I missed that opportunity this past week. You know who Emily Rodajowski is? I probably didn't even pronounce her name right.
No, I don't.
She's like a big time model and just like around the world. Yeah, I'll show you one after. I'll pull one up.
Yeah.
But I was on my way back from work, and it was around the Soho area, and then I just saw this cute ass dog, so I just started petting the dog. Then I look up, and I was like talking to this lady about the dog. I didn't even realize who it was, and then I figured out it was Emily, and I was like, yeah, you was like a shock moment.
Like,
we both looked, and she was just like, I was like, yeah, like take care, and that was it. But I wish I was just like, yeah, so my podcast, you trying to link up?
Yeah, I actually had a cool run-in too. Do you know who Caroline Ray is? She's a comedian. She was the aunt in Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
No.
I don't know if you ever saw that show.
Yeah,
but,
it's like on the low-key side.
Yeah, okay, so she was one of the aunts on it, and I was actually on
from the movie?
No, from the TV show that used to be on...
the old time, yeah.
Or TGI Fridays or whatever
Totally,
it was. Yeah, it was TGI Fridays, yeah.
Back in the day, yeah.
Sabrina, so it was funny, I was on set of a production that me and my buddy were just trying to put together, and she was walking by, she was in like a jogging outfit, and I knew, like I saw her walking by, I was like, that's Caroline Ray. And I said it, I was like, Caroline Ray, and she looked at me, and I was like, hey, I just want to say hi, and she just waved back, and that was it, she just kept walking, but I was like, okay, alright. So it's good. I love running into celebrities. I think it's fun, man. Like
I saw this guy named Danny Boy this one time.
Danny Boy, Danny Boy,
Danny Boy.
Yeah,
He came by earlier, but he's doing the
busy.
whole.
Yeah, man. He is writing a book of poetry in Chinese, man. That's super cool. Cool guy, man. He's really awesome. Doing that elf thing.
Doing that young elf thing.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad you guys met up, man. That was cool. That that one day when I was sitting at the dentist's office, I sent you the list of 40 people that I know in New York. I'm like, these would be great people for you to interview. And then Danny Tay was the only one that was like, dude, I'm gonna interview this guy. You're like, I don't care about any of these people.
This time around, you're speaking a lot slower.
I know, man. I learned. I didn't chug 7 Red Bulls before this, and I wasn't all hyped up.
I've had those days where I recorded something, and maybe I had a cup of coffee right before I came here, and then I just noticed myself getting a little bit
Yeah, I feel like also
a little bit stiff, so I was just all right, I'm not pushing this one.
We kind of chilled for a little bit. We had a good 45 minutes. We were just hanging out, and last time it was literally we got ready.
The boy comes to my apartment. He's like, I get a hotel for a night. It's like, come on.
Yeah, dude.
Couch right behind you.
It was so nice. It was so nice, and I love that, man.
So I forget how far your commute is.
Yeah, dude, it was 2 hours, and I came from Atlantic City this morning, so I left. So
did you take the bus?
Let me tell you what happened to me. So last night, so the shows were great.
Went on a bus with people who lost their mortgage from gambling, or no?
No.
That's a joke.
I did not. But I did the shows in Atlantic City. The shows went great. I chilled with my boys for a little bit. I met up with an old friend, Jackie. We hung out for a little bit. And I was going to ask her, I was going to be like, hey, do you mind if I just crash on your couch tonight? And she's like, oh, actually, I'm not staying at my house. And we had a couple drinks, whatever. I was like, oh, dang. I was like, okay. So I knew I had to be in the city today by 10, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to drive for a little bit, and then as soon as I get tired, I'm just going to pull over a rest stop. And I ended up sleeping in my truck last night, waking up at 7, and then driving the rest of the way to the train station, taking the train in the city, doing that set all day, coming here, and then skipping that other set I was supposed to do because I was like, dude, I'd rather chill with Jimmy. I was like, nah, I'm not making any other commitments. But yeah, it was so funny. Sleep in my truck and then still going. I just feel like I'm gonna get the sleepy ha-has at some point, and I'm just gonna be loopy, and it's gonna be fun. But this is awesome. We're having our first sleepover. So yeah, dude, that was so dope that you're like, why'd you get a hotel? I'm like, that makes sense. I just never would have.
No, sometimes you just have to be willing to ask.
Right. Yeah.
In a sense, because I had an entrepreneur on. I just posted an episode. His name is Jake Hurwitz. He taught me a lot, and one of the big things he taught me is people always hint at or kind of hide behind what they want, but just fucking ask.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
See, just that. I need to work on that, for myself more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking that into
with this networking thing of me reaching out to people and trying to get referrals and whatnot. the more direct I am, the more success I see. So,
Yeah, there you go. That's
yeah.
dude. Quote that. Make that your slogan right there.
Yeah,
The more direct I am, the more success I see.
Wow,
Damn.
I'm going to. Yeah, holy shit, that's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I like it, man.
Now
I
that
like
you
it.
emphasize
Yeah,
that,
there
now
we
I can go back and
do it and,
Yeah.
and utilize it. But I definitely.
Do you have a set of friends or like a situation where you're like, I just totally see this being a reality TV show?
Yeah, man, all
Dude,
the time.
I just
Just
know
like what-
certain
like-
people from home put the right crew together. I just know it would be hilarious.
It's my buddy Wheaties, he's one of my best friends in the world. Like he and my college friends, like it just for some reason when we all get together,
Oh
it's
my
just like
God,
it
yeah.
turns into this crazy time.
Yeah.
And it could all start off like we just like meet up at the beach, and then the next thing we know, like we're raging at this like random farm or something like that. We all
Yeah.
get this like we're all getting these like crazy situations. But I feel like it's our energies because we all are so willing to do whatever, and we just want to have fun and so I feel like when we all come together, we all mesh and we're all like, dude, let's just have the best time of our lives.
No, because my dream, I think when I was in like late high school, I used to be obsessed with the show Impractical Jokers or Jokesters.
Yeah.
I just think that's awesome because there are 3 or 4 best friends from high school
Right.
that are just now just able to just
Killing
make
it.
each other laugh whenever,
Right.
and they just know exactly what to do. Like if I made a PowerPoint presentation for one of my friends and like put like heinous photos on there of just like funny jiffies, like me and my friend Ryan, we always talk about this. If you had to present that like in front of a group of people and you didn't know what slides were coming, I would just kill it. Like I just know I would be fire right there. Like watching him just like trying to like finagle what to say and looking back at that PowerPoint and being like, holy shit, why is there a picture of that?
Wait, what? Yeah, so that's cool, man. They're just normal guys. I met all of them. I had a really cool opportunity. I was kind of dating someone from iHeartRadio, and so she got
My
their.
podcast just got put up on iHeartRadio.com.
Hey, look at that! iHeartRadio plug right there. It was cool. So we were always doing like cool things. She'd always get the hookup since she worked for the radio, and she knew the guys personally. She literally like could hit them up via text message, which was so cool. But we went to see them at Madison Square Garden. Then we ended up getting the VIP package, and we ended up seeing them after the show and just like chilling with them. And they were just so cool. They were so down to earth. I was like, damn, I have so much respect for you. You guys are killing it. And you're just like, it seems like we've been bros for a while. And they had no, like, it didn't even seem, they were so humble. It didn't seem like they.
Oh man, there's my mom.
Right, that's the wrong line.